Hello, everyone. My name is Albana Celepija, and I'm a second year PhD student at the University of Trento. Today, I will be presenting on behalf of myself and the co authors of our submitted paper entitled AI Product Cards, a framework for code bound formal documentation cards in the public administration. This presentation contains 5 parts, and the first part is the introduction. With the increasing ubiquity of digital technologies, companies and organizations constantly restructure their processes to generate and capture value. This is considered a transformative routine that affects fundamental changes by leveraging existing competencies or developing innovative ones. Innovation encompasses various forms such as novel practices, ideas, service delivery methods, or technologies that generate value, including artificial intelligence. When it comes to public innovation, it specifically pertains to innovation within the context of public administration. The benefits of public innovation result in significant impacts such as increased citizen engagement, enhanced decision making processes, and broader influence on businesses. Currently, in the context of public administration, there is increased evidence of utilization of AI tasks. Prior studies emphasize that the utilization of AI technologies within public administration has the potential to enhance policymaking, improve the delivery of public services, and optimize the internal management of public administrations. Furthermore, they demonstrate the current utilization of AI technologies for various objectives. However, limited empirical evidence exists regarding their impact due to a large number of barriers to the implementation and evaluation of artificial intelligence. Previous research findings into aspects that hamper AI adoption elicit concern on the lack of a unified, integrated approach to deploy AI solutions in the public sector. Given the significant lag compared to the private sector, it is crucial to ensure the effective and consistent progression of AI in public organizations. Factors thought to be influencing AI adoption in public sector have been explored in several studies. The main hindering aspects for adopting AI technologies could be, for example, the lack of expertise, organizational implementation challenges, inability to integrate systems and data availability, and privacy concerns. On the other hand, some research argue that there are architecture decisions such as technology, component, and data decisions that affect the success of AI-based systems in terms of deployment and maintenance. In relation to the insufficient expertise, AI technologies are not fully embraced due to the lack of trained staff, AI engineers and practitioners, which requires dedicated specialization and deep expertise in building and maintaining AI tasks. In addition, organizational challenges in implementing AI solutions often stem from a combination of uncertainty about where to begin and also a resistance to change existing work practices. Consequently, despite the groundbreaking potential of AI, its implementation in the public sector is struggling due to the fact that it currently considers AI applications in isolation and fragmentation. This is mainly because public authorities may not be aware of the full range of AI applications opportunities and do not have a governance scheme to guide the AI adoption process in different domains. Moreover, the complexity of developing AI-based systems increases as a result of the absence of a recognizable pattern, particularly when transferring or adapting the same AI task across different domains or settings in the public administration. The challenge of transferring AI products across different domains arises mainly due to the varying statistical characteristics of production data compared to the data encountered during training. Although the potential benefit of deploying AI-based systems are enticing, effectively assessing their successful deployment and utilization in different contexts remain an unresolved challenge. Given the potential benefit of leveraging existing solutions and best practices, it is not necessary for every local government to independently develop an AI-based solution. Indeed, they can draw upon the experiences and success of other public administration that have faced similar challenges. By doing so, they can avoid reinventing the wheel and expedite the adoption of AI technologies in their own organizations. To achieve this objective, classifying, categorizing, and documenting AI solutions employed in public administration could facilitate the sharing of common scenarios among various administrative bodies. The sharing of software in the public sector has been implemented in different countries, with the intention of transforming the way public administrations work. Several studies have highlighted the importance of documentation in achieving transparency and accountability in AI systems. The AI community has put a substantial amount of effort towards standardized approaches for documenting models, documenting data and use cases, and also documenting related potential risks. However, existing studies have failed to address the need for using the documentation of AI systems as a means to the reuse and rapid deployment of AI products in different contexts. There is still little research on documentation that considers the AI product as a whole, in order to ensure its responsible deployment and offer a basis for evaluating adherence to regulatory standards. Despite efforts to create documentation protocols that increase transparency in the deployment of various AI system components, there is currently a gap uh, in documenting how to reuse the entire product in compliance with regulatory requirements. The main aim of our work is therefore to address the following research question. How can documentation be utilized as a means to facilitate the rapid deployment of AI-driven systems in contexts that allow their effective and responsible reuse? In this work, we aim to provide a framework for reusable AI solutions suitable for the public administration sector. For this purpose, our approach builds upon preliminary studies on AI documentation initiatives in order to provide a comprehensive view of a complete AI product that is able to be adapted and reused in different contexts. A number of methodologies for documentation practices have emerged in recent times. The primary objective is related to the enhancement of transparency, quality, and discoverability in the design, development, and evaluation of trustworthy AI solutions. The initial wave of documentation initiatives is dedicated to more horizontal and general purpose disclosure of the information regarding the AI models and the characteristics of the data used during the training and validation phases. In light of the growing demand for transparency and accountability in the creation of AI-based applications, the concept of model card has been proposed as a response. Model card take a descriptive approach to provide detailed information regarding the way the model was built, its architectural type, the intended purpose, and the performance metrics that influence its behavior. While model and data cards adopt a broad focus, the recent trends in documenting AI systems tend to narrow down the level of the details provided for its elements. Customization and adaptation of documentation approaches are becoming more prevalent. They tend to tailor and adjust the documentation approaches based on specific domain requirements, data categories, or risk-oriented regulations. To address the needs of specific domains, documentation protocols for AI systems have been proposed in the healthcare and educational sectors. On the other hand, to accommodate diverse data categories, initiatives to document particular image and text datasets have been implemented. However, although these initiatives contribute to the further adoption of documentation practices over a wide range, they cannot provide a global perspective on how each component contributes to the overall system. While model and data cards place emphasis on a single component description, the need for a different perspective that focuses on the final system or service provided has been addressed by recent studies. On the other hand, recent advancements in AI systems documentation call for the involvement of a larger set of stakeholders in a participatory manner in order to respond to the various needs they may have toward complex AI systems. Recent initiatives include, for example, use case cards and system cards, which aim to provide an overview of the ways different components of the system interact with each other, or how the system interfaces with the end users. Current documentation methods generally adopt either a descriptive approach, which seeks to describe an existing system, or a prescriptive approach, which focuses on creating or replicating the system under identical conditions. Nevertheless, these approaches often neglect the need for adapting and reusing solutions to different target data and task characteristics. In sum, the existing body of knowledge related to the AI documentation approaches lacks to provide guidance regarding the adaptation techniques in place for reusing an AI-based system, a highly advantageous characteristics for use cases specific to the public sector and beyond. Our work proposes a new documentation framework called the AI Product Card, dedicated to mitigating the shortcomings of current documentation practices in relation to the reuse and accelerated adoption of AI-based solutions. Furthermore, it aims to provide a new method of documentation focusing on both aspects of a system's proper functioning, the descriptive side, as well as the machine-readable format that aligns the descriptions with the corresponding executable scripts or artifacts. In our work, we introduce product cards as a descriptive and formal documentation approach, tightly coupled with the necessary code that drives the reuse and adaptation of AI products across diverse contexts. The novelty of our proposed framework lies in its emphasis on providing a comprehensive and holistic approach to the development of AI products, taking into account the entire system as a whole. The framework addresses the fragmented nature of available documentation approaches and advances them in order to automate the deployment and verification of the AI product's transferability. An AI product undergoes various phases throughout its life cycle, including data validation and data processing, model development, evaluation, and monitoring. According to the challenges mentioned previously, from a public sector perspective, this process may require time and effort that can be reduced by adopting a shared framework that discloses AI product documentation and implementation references for each of these phases in an integrated manner. To achieve this objective, we introduce a structure for the AI product card. First of all, the conceptualization of the final AI product starts by framing the problem explicitly, focusing on the possibility of reusing existing solutions in place. The card's goal is to assist policymakers in exploring past instances of similar issues encountered by other public entities or proposing a new problem definition, enhancing its potential for future use. The proposed framework is designed to function as a repository of potential use cases in public administration that are addressed by existing AI products produced by other public sector organizations. It is important to note that the AI product card is a comprehensive system including various elements that make up the AI product. Second, one of the primary concerns that must be addressed by the AI product card is the validation of the target data, which the model will be applied to, in terms of quantity and characteristics they may have. Based on the outcome of the data validation, the stakeholders are able to make decision on whether to reproduce the same solution or to adapt their model according to the proprietary data. As a result, they are able to validate the transferability level of the found solution. Third, due to the continually evolving nature of real-world data and the diverse characteristics of various governmental entities, it is necessary for the AI product to be adapted to suit the aspects of the production data. This is achieved through the dedicated section for the adaptation procedure, which may encompass fine-tuning techniques that have to be disclosed through the completion of the adaptation specification section. This entails providing the necessary fine-tuning scripts that specializes the model according to the production data. This is an example of an AI product card. As we can see, an AI product card folder is composed by three main folders, which represent each one dimension of the AI product card. The first dimension is related with the descriptive documentation, which contain a list of practically model cards or data cards that has been already proposed by the literature. The second dimension is the one related to the code references, which includes all the implementation and executable artifacts in order to make use of an AI product. And the third dimension is focused on the formal specification, which includes the machine-readable format extracted from the documentation, and which acts as orchestrator for executing the code references of the AI product card, of the AI product. This is an example of the AI product card. The first part is contains the description of the validation section, and the second dimension includes the implementation code, and the third dimension includes the validation specification, which contains formal specifications for the validation card. As to the conclusion, we want to answer this question: how can documentation be utilized as a means to facilitate the rapid deployment of AI-driven systems in contexts that allow their effective and responsible reuse? Our proposal caters to the needs of policymakers and AI practitioners that would be able to systematize and classify AI applications for public sector specific use cases. Overall, the main contributions of our work are as follows. Given that typical activities in the context of public administration exhibit substantial uniformity or similarity, we propose standardized documentation protocols that facilitates the reuse and adaptation of AI systems. An AI system is made up of different components, including models and data, that are utilized to solve a problem. Therefore, merely disclosing the documentation for each component's individual functioning is insufficient for leveraging them within a system that integrates them. We propose to formalize a documentation procedure that offers a holistic perspective on the elements constituting the final AI product, as opposed to focusing solely on individual and fragmented pieces of documentation. We also aim to align the documentation with functional code that enables the automation of AI product design, reuse, and deployment in order to use the documentation as a tool to build AI-based systems. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. If you want to share any experience, any questions, or any comments, feel free to contact me at the following email address.